we are at the Creator's Place, otherwise known as
Bamadizawigamig.
And as you're going to see, this is a very special place that Gene, with a lot of help and a lot of grace from a lot of different sources, established here. And this is we are actually in Pine Point, Minnesota, which is a part of the White Earth Indian Reservation, right?
That's right.
Okay. And so I understand just from looking at some other material that I saw online about this place that you came into an inheritance, and that was sort of how this place got started. So can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, I had been volunteering at the school here and also with some of the adults with a little woodworking workshop, and I noticed that people were liking working, they were happy to do it, they had a lot of skills, but there is no place for employment right here unless you had a master's degree or something or in social work. So I thought, well, there really needs to be a place for people to be employed right here, because people may not have driver's licenses that are valid. They no transportation. It's like 20 to 30 minutes to a town where you could work. So I thought, yeah, it needs to have an employment center. And I talked to some people, and they thought so too. But so then, like you say, like just after I had that idea, I got this inheritance from my cousin, and which was truly, that's actually why it was started out with its Creator's Place, because I figured, well, it had to be the Creator, because what else?
What was his name?
Albert Koloski.
And where did he live?
Iowa and Des Moines. I didn't know him very well. He was quite a bit older than me, but
isn't it amazing how that worked out?
Yeah, absolutely.
So if I mean your dream of providing a place where people could find employment right here is basically come true, in that you've now created this place. And I don't even know how to describe it. There's so much. Like what is your general description of where we are here?
We're a nonprofit, and so we call ourselves an employment social enterprise. And what that is we are open to provide jobs, but also to have a meaningful experience for people, so that they can build their skills and really have something meaningful. So we do have things with traditional arts, we have things with woodworking, visual arts, different things, but things that people are pretty passionate about doing, that they really want to be doing. They like to create those things. So that provides something meaningful. One
of the neat things I'm discovering about your operation here is that not only are you giving people skills and training that they can take elsewhere and go and find employment that's more specialized or that needs a little bit of training and introduction to an experience, but also that it kind of is an end in and of itself, in the sense that you guys are selling products that are right from here.
Right.
And so you're actually employing people.
Yes, people earn $16 an hour. We ran out of money out of that inheritance in December of 2023. The Tribal Council, the White Earth Tribal Council, said, we see what you're doing, we don't want you to close. So they shifted a Department of Labor grant to us, so all of the wages are paid, but only for 3 hours a day and only for 20 people. Mm-hmm. We have people on the wait list. But anyway, the wages are paid by the tribe, but all of our supplies and materials we buy through the money that we make from selling things.
I see. And then any surplus then gets kind of plowed back into doing things here?
Right. We only make about 14% of what we need to run. So but we're doing fine.
Yeah.
But our dream is that we could actually provide 8-hour-a-day employment for people, and but someday.
Now we're going to go in and explore in the building a little bit, but before we get in there, I wanted to ask you: is there anything that people who are watching this can do to contribute to this in some way?
Oh, well, come see us. Come see what is here. If a person is led to volunteer out here, we have volunteers. We have for doing different things, and of course donations of monetary donations. I think once a person sees what's here, they could kind of see if they would plug into this somehow. We're always open.
And aside from just selling things that you make here, do you have any other sort of fundraisers or events or anything like that?
We do. We are a part of Art Leap, and we do have products at the Red Barn in Park Rapids and in the Arts and Antique Center in Walker, and in Nevis at the Cedar Swan.
So if you wanted to support this place, you could also buy some products.
Absolutely.
And
Picnic tables. A lot of different things that people might want.
And there's also an Etsy site where they can buy things from this place too. And how would somebody find that?
That it's just Creator's Place on Etsy.
On Etsy. Okay. Well, great. So thanks, Jean, and thanks for agreeing to show us around here. So let's get right to it.
All right.
All right.
Can you even see? It doesn't need to be on camera, but you can see that we kind of have made an impact in the community.
I can see that. I mean, it's pretty amazing.
Yeah. And it's hope.
Yeah.
It's hope.
Yeah, and it's just such a positive thing too.
So this is our place. This is we start out in the woodworking center, and we can see people are making picnic tables, patio furniture, chicken coops, with a large chicken coop and a smaller chicken coop.
And Jean, how do people learn how to use all of this equipment that you have here?
Well, we have Pete Fairbanks is an instructor.
Okay.
He is hired by the Vermont Amazing Workforce Center, and he instructs us how to do stuff.
Hello. Okay, hello, Pete. So this is Pete Fairbanks here, and he's an instructor, as Jean just explained, on how to use all this various equipment here. So what's your background in woodworking?
My background in woodworking started back in 1977. I actually got out of the military, and I was looking for a job, and they were building that school right over there.
Okay.
So I went to work as a laborer there, and I worked there for 2 years. When the job ended, I was without a job, and I followed that company back down by Minneapolis, and I called them, and they put me to work down there. And while I was working on this one job, I got to know the carpenter foreman real well, and he got me into the carpenters union. So I stayed with that company for probably 7 or 8 years, and then I moved on to another place in Minneapolis for 11 and a half years, and then I moved back here. I went to work for housing for, 4 years. Then I went to work for the IHS, Indian Health Service, for over 20.
Yeah, okay.
And,
so you've had quite a career.
I've been, pretty much all my career has been construction stuff.
Yeah. And so what are some of the things that you like about this place and the your work here and your ability to train some young people here in doing the things that you know how to do so well?
Well, I think the thing that I like most about this place, it gives these young people a chance to learn, gives them a chance to gives them a place to go to learn. Gives them an opportunity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And do you find there to be any specific challenges with the kind of work that you're doing here in terms of trying to help people understand all this equipment or anything like that?
Sometimes it's it's hard to teach these techniques.
Yeah.
They don't catch on right away. Which I didn't either.
Sure.
So. But we're doing pretty good. I think in the last year we made a lot of progress.
And have any of your pupils or students here been able to kind of go on and work in commercial construction projects or carpentry?
Yes. Trevor Larson. He was here when I first got here. He must have worked here probably 3 or 4 months after I got here, and he got hired by Gordon Construction.
Yeah.
So now he's working construction with them. So
yeah, that's great to have success stories.
Hopefully, we can make some more success stories like that. That'd be great.
Yeah. And how much time do you spend here as a volunteer?
I spend 3 hours a day.
Do you? Okay.
Yeah, 3 hours a day.
Well, that is great. Thanks very much, Pete.
Oh, yeah, you're more than welcome.
One thing I wanted to mention is when one or two of the guys had some difficulty with measurement and measuring to a 1/4 inch or an 1/8 inch, and Pete made his own teaching board to really do the increments like that. So he really does some modifications for people if they have a difficulty.
Do you like teaching?
I just like being around people.
Yeah.
I enjoy being around people, and I enjoy showing or teaching what I know, what I've learned all my lifetime to somebody to try to help them along in any way I can. That's what I enjoy about this.
All right. Well, thank you, Pete.
Yeah, you're more than welcome.
So we can move over here now into this area.
So, the guys aren't here this minute, but we've got a guy making a regalia box. Has interesting kind of figures that he's put on the top for the regalia, so that this will be lined with red because as a sacred color. Because regalia is sacred.
What is regalia?
It is the garments that a person wears and is specially made for powwows.
Oh,
Or for ceremonies, other ceremonies.
And so then these boxes would be where this regalia would be stored until it's being used at the powwow.
Yes.
Okay,
Yep.
wonderful.
Yep.
All right.
All right.
So
So we have, one of the projects that has been very important to the community is making burial stones, and we'll kind of go over this way to see one of those. So we have one here. Thank you. So we've got our granite here, and then we etch the stone with a laser, and we end up with a product like this. That's dark, but so we make burial stones for people because we found that people were not able to afford large grave markers, so that came out of a need in the community.
and you can produce these relatively cheaply.
Yes, we do.
Yeah,
Yes.
okay.
Yep. Yeah, and they're $200 for people, and so they can have their clan animal or whatever name they want on it, and they decide. And then, so in here, Jamie designs those. Once people tell us what they want, Jamie does the designing.
Okay.
First.
And in this room too, we've got a lot going on in terms of the merchandise and stuff that you guys are selling. You got 3D printer operating here. You've got an artist doing some sketching, and even his same artist has done this. Is it an anime type of
it is
comic
anime,
book there?
kind of graphic novel.
Okay.
Yeah. So yes, we've got 3D printer and laser. That Jamie works on different kinds of things with the laser, of course. But one of the main things that we got that for is for the etching the grave markers.
Oh, so this is the laser here.
Yeah, this is the laser. Yep.
Okay. And then this gentleman, Jamie here, is on the computer designing what's going to be.
Yes, we just ask people what they want on it, and then he designs it.
Okay.
And you can see that he puts, and then we ask people if that's okay.
Yeah. Okay.
And then this is Jeremy, and he is our marketing specialist.
All right.
And he uses a lot of his work. David Edwards is a visual artist that does a lot of the paintings. We'll see a few out there, and then Jeremy uses those to make different products like T-shirts and hats and like that.
And Jamie, where do you learn how to do this Etsy stuff? I mean, to the degree of how it looks so good and professional and everything. Did you have any experience with this before you came here?
No, I just picked all this up as I started working here. I initially started out in the wood shop, and then I volunteered to help out with the computer stuff, and then I've just been building from there.
How long have you been working over here?
2 years ago, August.
Okay.
I think.
Yeah. What are some of the things that you like about this place, and what kind of need is it filling here?
First of all, very easy hours. I only live a block away. It's easy to make it to work. And I like what she's doing here for just helping the res. We're trying to give back.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of places that do that.
You feel like in working on this type of stuff that you're developing skills that you could eventually use outside of this place?
Eventually. That's the goal.
Yeah. Oh, great. Okay, well, thank you very much. Yeah, keep up the good work.
Yeah.
All right.
One of the things that we have found is, excuse me, I'm going to just backtrack here just 1 second. This is a really tight knit and close community, and it's a cool community. So we have developed Jeremy developed these shirts, and people are really liking having their community name. And this is the chief that's on the water tower.
Oh, okay.
So people identify.
What is the
with
chief's name?
I don't know, but I'm trying to find out.
Okay.
I haven't found anybody to know yet.
Okay.
It's great you'd ask that.
And this is some of the merchandise and stuff that's being sold on the Etsy site, right?
Yeah. So Jeremy developed a logo for us with the Dreamcatcher. Dreamcatchers came from the Ojibwe. People don't always know that, and of course. Then the name of the town. And actually, I do want to introduce you to Dayton Adams.
Yep.
And Dayton has created he's published this Penumbra graphic novel with the main characters of Actium and Beatrice.
So Dayton, where did you get your idea for this story?
Well, it comes from a lot of things. So
Especially like a lot of stories. A lot of stories then have like the main character as sort of just a human person essentially.
Mm-hmm.
And I always wanted to do something that looks like a dinosaur essentially,
Mm-hmm.
whatnot. And I like especially like giant fight scenes I like to draw. So
Yeah. Fight scenes, you say?
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah,
And-
there are several fights in this between Actium, this guy, and the bad guy.
And so, and you're kind of bringing this world to life with this 3D printer you got going on in the background here.
Yeah.
So, and you've created some figures here. So, what's the like? What are you going to be doing with these figures, or how do they relate to what you're doing with Penumbra?
Well, they come with the comic book when you purchase one, so that's what we're trying to do right now. So
Okay.
create like a little set and whatnot.
And do you buy this all in the Etsy shop, or is there a different place where people could find this?
Yeah, just mainly Etsy, I think.
The same creators place Etsy
Yeah, then there's
shop?
what was it, eBay?
Some on eBay and at the Red Barn in Park Rapids.
And so, what do you get out of this place and the ability to create your art here?
Mainly just experience, and it's a lot of variety of what I could do with my work and whatnot.
Yeah, yeah. Who trained you on how to use this 3D printer?
Just mainly myself. I looked through a lot of like YouTube tutorials and mainly just figuring it out on my own most of the time.
Do you find it hard to use? It looks pretty complicated.
At first it was, but once you understand like the basics and fundamentals of how the machine is,
Yeah.
it's pretty standard and pretty easy to get through.
Yeah, okay. Well, thanks a lot. Do you have any social media or anything like that?
I don't think so.
Okay. All right. Well, I appreciate it, and this is really great, and hope that you sell a lot of the books and the statuettes there too. So
Yep.
yeah, thank you.
Yep. Thank you.
Yes.
All right.
This is
and
fun.
We also have volunteers, and this is Kay Pelican. She works with our students that do not have high school diplomas, so she does either GED or adult diploma. Yep.
Okay. So, if someone comes in that doesn't have the diploma, what's kind of the first thing that you do to try to assess where their needs are?
Well, I don't do that. The ABE director for the region does that.
Okay.
And then she lets me know what they need.
Mm-hmm.
And then I teach a couple classes. We finished statistics and geometry, and everybody passed that needed it.
Hey.
Now we're doing economics and physical science.
Uh-huh.
And next is earth and space science, and we're doing a little math too.
Okay, so you kind of just go course by course, and everybody sort of follows along the same program?
Everybody who needs those classes joins me.
Okay.
And can't meet everyone's needs, but we're working on it, and it's great. The kids are great. I shouldn't call them kids. The students are great,
Sure.
and it's a really nice environment.
Do you have a background in education?
I do. I taught English as a second language for 40 years.
Oh.
I taught adult basic ed for probably around 40 years.
Oh, so
So
this is
I've been
just
doing it
perfect
for a
for
long
you.
time.
Yeah. Yeah. When did you first get involved with this place?
Jean asked me to come teach. When was that? Year and a half ago,
Yeah,
maybe?
I think so.
Yeah.
We had
it's
taught
great.
together in Monaga.
In Monaga.
Oh, I see. All
I
right.
retired from Perham, and then someone from Monaga said, come teach there, and I did. And then I retired from Monaga, and then Jean said, come teach here, and here I am.
So there's no rest for the weary then, I suppose.
Oh, I
right?
love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. So, and is this the room where you usually teach your classes and stuff like
It
that?
is.
Yeah.
There's the student finders. There's the student.
Okay, yeah. Hard at work studying there? Uh-huh. Okay.
We're all rather shy here.
I can see that, yeah. So, and then is there like some sort of a test or something that has to be given at the end of each of these, or how does
Each
that
course
work?
has a final that I don't write, but the head of ABE for this district writes it, and my students take it, and I'm usually not in the room when they do that, and so
Yeah.
far we've been good. So
So, and then is there like a graduation and stuff like that you guys do, or?
we haven't gotten that far yet.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
We will.
we will. That's true.
Yeah,
We
so you'll
will.
have a graduation party for everybody?
Yeah.
So how many students do you currently have?
5.
5, wow, That's great.
And we also, she was mentioning that someone from Adult Basic Ed does, she also comes over here, and there are other people from the community that come at certain times to do classes here also.
Okay. So, I mean, on any given, I guess, weekday, right? You guys are just open during the week. I mean, it seems like you have about kind of 20 people around here at all times, huh?
Yeah.
I just come twice a week.
You
Well,
do?
20,
Yeah.
20 trainee employees.
Yeah.
And then the rest of us are
Sure.
beyond that.
So it's like a good place for just the community enjoyment and stuff like that too, and fellowship
we actually have people drop in.
yeah.
Yeah.
And you got like a commercial sort of kitchen space in here
We
too.
are. Our hopes are to be able to package wild rice soup mixes, the wild rice that's harvested here.
So that would be you'd add that to your
Product line,
line and
yeah.
everything like that.
Yeah.
And would you sell the rice too, or just?
We do sell wild rice.
Oh, you do sell wild
We
rice?
do.
Oh.
Yes.
Where do you?
That's
do
on Etsy.
Okay.
And also at the Red Barn in Park Rapids.
Park Rapids. And is that the rice that's harvested locally in lakes and stuff like that? It's not like the
Yes.
cultivated stuff?
Right,
Yeah.
exactly.
Mhm.
It is lake
The
and
good stuff, in other words.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It's lake and river rice that
Uh-huh.
is native harvested.
Okay. And do you do any of the processing of that here?
We don't.
Okay.
We package but not process.
Yeah. Okay. Well, wonderful.
Alrighty.
So,
I
you
don't
want to go
know
back
if-
this way? Or?
Sure,
Okay.
yeah. We'll see if Connie, our other volunteer, is around still. She
Okay.
might. So I want to introduce you to another volunteer, Connie Strandquist, another person that I taught with.
Yeah.
And Connie just does like whatever needs to be done. It's wonderful. She's also the person who initially called all around to see if we could get granite donated for
Oh.
those stones.
Yeah.
And she found Nate Orbeck in St. Joe, and we now buy granite, but he initially donated.
Right.
So it sounds like this place gets a lot of value from you donating your time. But what do you get out of working here?
Well, I always enjoy coming because it's so encouraging. It's inspiring
Yeah.
because you can see the great things that are being done. You know, when you think of Creator's Place, you know, people are being able to create and use their talents, and they're appreciated for the work that they do. And so I think it's just a great place where people are built up and, you know, given encouragement to use the skills that they have. And
It's just so much positivity around here.
Right.
Yeah.
yeah.
So what are some of the other things that you do volunteering around here?
Well, I might do cleaning. I might make displays of some of the things that they sell. I've helped Jean set up the display in Walker at the antique store there, and get ready for powwow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
How many volunteers do you guys have here?
Well, pretty much like 2.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah. So
But you're always open for
we're
more,
always
right?
open for more. Absolutely. That's right.
Okay. Is there any kind of age requirement or anything? Do they have to be over 18 or what do you?
Everyone here does need to be over 18.
Okay.
So children are welcome, but only if they're accompanied by parents. And the reason for that is that we do not do background checks.
Oh.
So we just have adults here.
Yeah. Okay. Well, great. And this is your office, though.
It
right?
is,
Yeah.
yes.
So this is the executive suite, right? Okay.
Right.
All right.
And so that, of course, is the David Edwards print, and that is the Wild Rice Moon print.
Very interesting. Okay.
And that's kind of the logo for our whole company.
Okay.
So I don't know if you can see this with the camera, but we have a lot of prints here. Some of them are originals, some are prints of David Edwards.
Yep.
And in here we have our traditional artists. that
Okay.
do beadwork and moccasin making. And so we've got Heather. Do you want to hold up what you're working on? Do you mind? All right. This is Heather. She is working on earrings.
All right. So that's an earring then, Heather, right there that you got there?
Yeah.
Okay. And how long does it take for you to make something like that?
It's been like since about a week at work here.
Okay. So you've been
Yeah.
working here for about a week. Yeah.
Or
Oh,
started
wow.
this about a
Oh,
week.
started that one about a week ago?
Since
Wow.
like Monday, yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, 'cause Heather's worked here a couple years.
Yeah, about
Yeah.
2 years now.
Yeah.
And then Alicia is working on.
Earring and ring set.
Oh, nice. So it'll be a pair of earrings and a ring
Okay.
together.
So where did you learn how to do this?
Here.
Here? Okay. And who taught you?
Just everybody.
Yeah. Okay. So, and how long does it take for you to finish this, like an earring and ring set like this?
About a week, but then I sometimes take myself home on the weekends and do it.
Yeah. Okay.
And Alicia also is working on learning the laser. So she kind of goes back and forth.
Okay. Looks like you guys are having a little snack here too. Is that where did you that food looks delicious? Where did you guys get that?
From the project over there.
What?
So we have
Oh,
a
from
food
the
sale.
so one of the people in the projects here is doing a taco sale today, and
Oh.
well, I don't know what all. She must be doing other things. Fry bread. Oh, different fry bread things.
Yeah.
It's like the blueberry and
Nice.
Well, we're gonna have
Actually, I
to.
think that's Jamie and Jeremy's mom
Okay.
doing that.
We'll have to go and maybe hit that on our way out here, Caleb.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
birthday.
Yeah.
So I don't know if she's still here. She may not be here right this minute. But Lindsay actually is a person who is very important to us. She is our liaison from the Matadisi Workforce Center. So she is employed by them, but so every person here has an employment plan, and Lindsay is able to work with them on that and to get more skills and overcome any barriers that people have to expanding their skills and eventually getting more sustainable employment.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's our place.
So this is the place, and I mean, Gene, what can I say? I mean, this is just such a positive place, such a good place. People are getting so many different skills and just a place to congregate, and wow. So the idea that you had actually came to fruition here.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I mean, that's kind of a rare thing for somebody to have a dream and then for the dream to come true.
Right. Yeah, I don't, I really can't take credit for that. That's just, I come every day and I see what happens. And it's a miracle. The Creator is good. And I think the Creator is smiling on this place.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much, Gene Kruft, for showing us around, and we'll have the links to all the different websites and Etsy's in the description and stuff like that in case people want to check it out.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate that.
All right.
Thanks.